Hello and welcome, my dear students, to my channel Mathematics Made Easy. After a long gap, I'm back, Ms. Ruchika, to help you for your coming exams. So today I present before you for Grade 9 Elite on special request for the coming exams, your Math End of Term 2 coverage, and today's video is going to be part 1 of the session. So the video is going to be very important, covering all important questions that are going to be helping you for the exam. So please watch the video till the end, give it a thumbs up if you benefit from it, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. So let's get started and begin our video on part 1 of the session today. So we are going to be covering the multiple choice questions. I'm going to show you the steps also. So be with me and stay glued till the end of the video. So let's begin with the first question where you have to simplify each fraction. It's a very simple question. The concept that we'll be using is that we are going to cancel from the numerator and the denominator the common factors. So what is the common factor of 4 and 16? It is definitely 4. So we are going to divide the numerator and the denominator by 4. So what you get is the simplest fraction having no common factor. Okay, similarly, 8 and 24, the common factor is definitely 8. I'm going to divide by 8. So this is going to give you 1 by 3 as the simplest fraction. Again, I divide by 5 here because 5 is the common factor. So this gives you 3 over 5. Okay, next we have 12 over 18. I divide with the common factor 4. No, not 4. This is going to be 2 first. Or maybe I can directly do with 6. That will be better. So 6 is a common factor of 12 and 18 both. So this is going to give me 2 over 3. That's the simplest fraction. Then 36 and 45 both have a common factor of 9. So I'm going to divide by 9. This is going to give me 4 over 5 as the simplest fraction. Again here I divide with 2. So this is going to give me 5 over 6. So this is the solution for the first part of the questions where you use scale factors to calculate the dimensions of the dilated images. The scale factor drawing to find the actual length and width of the rectangle. So here you see a rectangle. The longest side is always the length. So the length here is given to be 5 inches and the width is given to be 3 inches. Now you have to use scale drawing, you have to use your knowledge of scale factors to find the actual length and width. This is not the actual length and width, 5 and 3. Why? Because you are using a scale here. 1 inch denotes 8 inches. So actually this length is more than 5. This width is more than 3. So let's calculate the actual length. Now for actual length, 5 inches is given to you already, but then 1 inch is equal to 8. So can I say the total will be multiplied with 5? And again, the unit is going to be inches. So 40 inches is the actual length. Let's put in the answers here. Now we calculate the actual width. So actual width will be calculated using 3, this number, and then 1 inch is denoting 8 inches. So 3 inches will actually be 3 multiplied by 8 inches. So that's 24 inches. The answer for actual width is 24 inches. Next, we are going to use similarity criteria for triangles to solve problems. So let's do this. Here you are given two triangles PQR and JKL as you see. Side PQ is given to be 10, side JK is given to be 12, side QR is given to be 15 and side KL is given to be X. Now because these triangles are given to be similar, we can say that their corresponding sides are going to be proportional. So when I say corresponding sides, I mean they have to be in the same order. So let's see how we can do. So if I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, if I'm taking PQ, the side which is corresponding is going to be JK. So PQ over JK, this is going to be proportional to QR over KL. This is the similarity criterion that we are going to be using. So let's fill in the values. PQ is given to be 10, JK is given to be 12. I'm just substituting the numbers here. 15 over x. Now we are going to cross multiply so that we get our value of x. That's what we need here. Solve for x. So 10x is going to be 12 multiplied by 15, or your x is going to be, on simplification, 18. So here the answer is for x equal to 18. Okay, in a similar way, you can do this question also. So I'm going to use the proportionality AC over DF is equal to AB over DE. Now let's plug in the value. AC is given to be, I'm plugging in here as I have less space. So 5 divided by 10 is going to be 3 divided by x. Simplify, cross multiply, and definitely your x is going to be coming out to be 6 here. So these are the answers for these questions. We have to find the square root. Now remember, in your ministry exam, calculator is not allowed. So the method that you're going to use here for finding the square root without a calculator is called prime factorization. For those of you who don't know this method, I'm going to solve one part using that. So let's take 64. So in prime factorization, if it is an even number, we start dividing by 2. This is going to give you 32, then 2, 16. Keep on dividing till you get 1. So I'm going to keep on dividing. And here, after dividing so many times, what I get is 1. So here the prime factorization stops. Now we count how many 2's we have taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 2's. And now we are going to make them in pairs of 2 because this is square root. So this is one pair, this is another pair, this is another pair. So the square root of 64 is going to be 2 multiplied with 2 multiplied with 2, and that is going to be 8. So you know that the square root of 64 is going to be 8. That's the answer. So this is how prime factorization works. In a similar way, you can solve the remaining question, and this is going to be coming as 10 multiplied with 10. So 10 is the square root of 100. Similarly, 14 is the square root of 196. 17 is the square root of 289. 25 is the square root of 625, and 9 is the square root of 81. So these are your answers for the square root. Okay, now we are going to solve questions on special triangles. So when I say special triangles, two type of triangles should come to your mind. One is 30, 60, 90, like this. 30, 60, 90. So when I say 30, 60, 90 triangle, I mean one angle is 30, one is 60, and the remaining is 90. The other special triangle is 45, 45, 90. So if you see here carefully, this right triangle, this angle is 90. So the remaining has to be 45. So these are the two types of triangle, and accordingly we have done in the class and in the lesson on special triangles in right trigonometry, formula for each of these triangles. So the formula for this is hypotenuse is going to be 2 times the shorter leg, and longer leg is going to be square root 3 times the shorter leg. So this is the formula. Now what is the shorter leg? What is the longer leg? If you see, this angle is 30. So this is going to be the shorter leg. Opposite side to the small angle is shorter leg, and opposite side to the bigger one is longer leg. So this is going to be the longer leg. So let's find the value of h. So 2 times shorter leg. Shorter leg is 4, so 2 multiplied with 4 is 8. So here the value of h is 8. That's all you had to find, the value of h. But we are going to go a step further and find L also. I hope you're able to see this side is L. Let me change the color and show you. So this is the longer leg. So shorter leg is 4. So 4 square root 3 is the longer leg. This one, longer leg. So if in ministry exam you are asked this also, longer leg, you should know the formula. I'm going to highlight the formula with the different colors. So hypotenuse is 2 times shorter leg, and longer leg is square root 3 times shorter leg. Okay, so these are your two formulas. Now let's come to the other right triangle. Here, because both the angles are equal, this is 45, this is 45, so this side, if it is 3, this side is also going to be same, so this is also 3. Now you need to find hypotenuse. So the formula to find hypotenuse is h equal to square root 3 times the leg, which is common, so both are same, 3 and 3, so this is 3, so the answer is 3 root 3 centimeter. So that's the value of h in this question. Okay, let's move on. Questions using the quadratic formula. So in case you have forgotten, I will revise for you. The quadratic formula is given by minus b plus minus square root of d by 2a, where d is called the discriminant and d square is equal to b square minus 4ac. So let's look at the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So how much is a here? A is 5, B is 4, and C is minus 20. So how I'm getting this ABC? The coefficient of x square is A, the coefficient of x is B, and the constant number is C. So ABC you have got. Let's calculate discriminant. So D square is B square minus 4AC. So b square is 4 square minus 4 times 5 times minus 20. So I'm putting the values. So 4 square is 16 plus 400. So this is 416. Now this is the value of d square. So d is going to be square root of 416. So let's calculate the square root. So square root of 416 comes out to be 20.39. Okay, we are taking it in this way. Now we want to find the two roots. So for finding the two roots, we have to root at minus b plus square root d by 2a and minus b minus square root of d by 2a. Because it is plus and minus and it's a quadratic equation, so it is going to be having two roots. Now let's fill in the values. B is 4, so minus 4 plus 20.39 over 2 times a, that's the first one, and minus 4 minus 20 minus 39 over 2 times 5. So again let's simplify. So this comes out to be, on simplification, the value is 2.439, which is round about 2.4. That's the first root, and the second root here comes out to be approximately minus 2.4. So the two roots are plus 2.4 and minus 2.4 for this question. Let's do the next question in the next slide. So now we are going to do question number 4. We are going to solve here. So again, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the standard form. And one mistake that you girls might do is that you will not shift this term here on the left. See, in the standard form, a, b, c, all these are together on the left hand side. So we have to move it here and the sign will change. So x square minus x minus 12 equal to 0. We have to compare from this one to get ABC. So A is 1, B is minus 1, and C is minus 12. Please don't forget this step. Let's find the discriminant. So we are now going to plug in the values. I'm substituting the value of A, B, and C. So this comes out to be 49. So this is the value of D square. So D is going to be square root of 49. So it's going to give you plus minus 7. So let's now apply the formula for the two roots. The first root, quadratic formula, is given by minus b plus square root of d over 2a and minus b minus square root of d over 2a. So I put the values. And this comes out to be b is already negative, minus 1. So minus of b will be plus 1 plus 7 over 2 times a and 1 minus 7 over 2 times a. So it's going to be 8 over 2 and minus 6 over 2. So the two roots are 4 and minus 3. These are the two solutions or two roots of question 4. You can solve question 5 and 6. So here again we have to compare with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and this is given to be 3x square minus x minus 12. Everything is on the left, so no need of changing sign. A is going to be 3, b is going to be minus 1, and c is going to be minus 12. So discriminant is going to be b square minus 4ac. Plug in the values, minus 1 whole square minus 4 times ac. So this comes out to be 1 plus 144, which is 145. So if d is this, then square root of d is going to be square root of 145. So now we apply the quadratic formula, minus b plus minus square root of d over 2a. Plug in the values. B is minus 1, so minus of b will be plus 1, plus minus square root of 145 over 2 times a. So this is going to be 1 plus square root of 145 by 6, and the other one will be changing the sign, negative. So now you can simplify, use your calculator. The square root of 145 will come out to be, I will write here, 12.041. So you can round it off to 12 and use it. So 1 plus 12 by 6, 1 minus 12 by 6. So this is going to be 13 by 6 and minus 11 by 6. You can divide, the answer will come out to be decimal, and you can round it off to the nearest 10. So this comes out to be the first root 2.16, and the second root comes out to be 1.83. This one is 1.83. Remember the negative sign. So we have to round it off to one decimal place, so we can give the final answer as 2.2 and negative 1.9. So these are the solutions for question 5. I would want you to try question 6 similarly and get the two solutions. Okay, let's now find the value of x in these two right triangles. Now these are right triangles, so Pythagoras theorem is going to hold true. It is also called as Pythagorean theorem in some books. Both are same. So what does this theorem tells you? If I'm naming this triangle as ABC, then the longest side, which is opposite to the 90-degree, that's your hypotenuse. So AC square is going to be the sum of squares of the other two sides. So the square of the hypotenuse, the longest side, here it is 13, I'm going to put values, is going to be equal to AB square, which is x here, plus 12 square. So if I solve, if I simplify, this is 169 equal to x square plus 144, which gives you x square as 25 or x equal to 5. So the value of x here is 5 for this triangle. Let's do similarly for this question. So here the hypotenuse opposite to the right angle is x. So x square, take the square, is going to be equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. Now if you see, both are equal, so I'm going to just square and add them. So 36 plus 36, that's going to give you 36 multiplied by 2. I'm going to write this as x square. Now I take the positive square root. So when I take square root of 36 multiplied by 2, 36 square root is 6. So it comes out, and inside we are left with square root of 2. Find the distance between each pair of points. So we are going to use the distance formula for the same. The distance formula tells you that the distance between 2 points is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, where x1, y1 is coordinate of one point, x2, y2 is the coordinate of the other point. So let's apply the distance formula. So 4 is the x2 value, 2 is the x1 value. So 4 minus 2, I'm going to subtract square and then do similarly for y. So 10 minus 1 whole square, so it's going to be coming out as 2 square plus 9 square. Simplify, this is going to be 4 plus 81. So this is going to be square root of 85. Now the question mentions round to the nearest 10. That means we have to convert this to decimal. So when I take square root of 85 on my calculator, this gives me value 9.219. Now I need to round off to nearest 10. That means one decimal place. So this is near about 9.2. So the answer for this question is 9.2. That's the value of distance. Similarly, let's do the distance between the other points. So this is going to be the square root of 5 plus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 7 whole square. Notice this positive comes because 5 minus of minus 3. Minus minus sign becomes plus. That's why we get here plus sign. So this is going to be 8 square plus minus 3 whole square. So this is going to be square root of 73. Let's also convert it into decimals. So square root of 73 is near about 8.5. So the answer for this is 8.5. Let's do this one. I hope you are now understanding the pattern. So all the questions are solved using the same formula. So here the distance formula gives you minus 1 plus 4 whole square plus minus 2 plus 2 whole square. So minus 2 plus 2 gives you 0. Khalas. So only 3 square is left. So answer is 3. Here you don't have any decimal. Last one. 3 minus 0 whole square plus 1 plus 6 whole square. So this is going to give you 3 square plus 7 square. Simplify. This is square root of 58. Now we are going to convert it to decimal. So 58 square root is going to be nearly about on rounding of 7.6. So the answer for this one is 7.6. That completes all the questions on distance formula. Okay, let's solve these questions on similar figures. We have to determine whether the two figures are similar or not. And to do that, we are going to use the definition of similarity. We also have to state the pairs of congruent angles and write a proportion that relates the corresponding sides for each pair of the similar polygons. So let's start one by one. So if you see here, already the similarity has been given to you. So ABCD is similar to WXYZ. So let's follow the order. A is going to be equal to W, B is going to be equal to angle X, C is going to be equal to angle Y, and D is going to be equal to angle Z. So you can mark it in the figure in this way. Two markings for 2, so these are equal. 3 for 3, so these 3 are equal. And 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so I can write now the pair of congruent angles. Angle A is equal to angle W, angle B is equal to angle X, angle C is equal to angle Y, and angle D is equal to angle Z. So all these are the congruent angles. Now let's write the corresponding side. So if I take AB of this side, then I have to take WX. So follow the order AB with WX. Let me change color. Okay, so AB with WX. So AB divided by WX is going to be equal to BC divided by XY. Is going to be equal to CD divided by YZ. Is going to be equal to AD divided by WX. So this is the first part. Now in a similar way, we can do it for the remaining questions. Similarity is already given. So M is going to be equal to R. N is going to be equal to S. P is going to be equal to T. Q is going to be equal to U. So I will mark now. So these are the pairs of congruent angles. Similarly, you can write the proportionality of the sides. So the answer will be for this one, M equal to R, N equal to S, P equal to T, and Q equal to U. Also, the sides of proportionality, Mn will be proportional to Rs, NP will be proportional to SD, PQ will be proportional to TU, and MQ will be proportional to RU. Okay, now comes to the triangle. So F is equal to J, G is equal to K, H is equal to L. So let's write F equal to J, G equal to K, H equal to L. Now remember, we have to follow this order when we are writing the corresponding angles. And now let's write for the sides. So here for the sides, FG over JK is equal to GH over KL is equal to FH over JL. Similarly for this triangle, angle D is going to be equal to angle V, angle E is going to be equal to W, and angle F is going to be equal to angle X. So let's write the proportionality in this way. I hope you're noticing the pattern, and let's finish with the last question. AB over FG is equal to BC over GH is equal to CD over HJ is equal to AD over FJ. Similarly for angles, angle A is going to be equal to angle F, angle B is going to be equal to angle G, angle C is going to be equal to angle H, and angle D is going to be equal to angle J. Let's finish the last one. This one is a little different. So if you see MNP, big triangle is similar to QRP, small triangle. So this angle is congruent to this angle is congruent to this, and if you see P is common. This is the common angle in both the small and the big triangle. So here for this one, M is equal to Q, congruent angles, we are now writing N equal to R, and angle P is equal to angle P, that's same angle. So now the proportionality of sides, so I'm going to change color, MN over QR is equal to NP over RP is equal to MP over QP. So this is going to be the final answer for this question. Problems on circles. So here AB is given to be 18 millimeters. Now look at the figure. The figure is already given AB. Now AB is a diameter. As you can see, it connects 2 points on the circle passing through the center. Very important. So AB is a diameter, and the length of the diameter is given to be 18 millimeters. You have to find AR. Now AR, if you see, is nothing but the radius. So we are going to use the formula radius is equal to diameter divided by 2. Remember, radius is smaller than the diameter. So I'm going to get AR is equal to 18 divided by 2 millimeters. That's 9 millimeter. So the answer here is 9. Now RY, that's the radius, is given to be 10 inches. Find AR. AR is also the radius, so AR is going to be same unit, 9 inches. And AB is the diameter again, so AB is going to be 2 times. If you just cross multiply, then diameter is 2 times the radius. This is the formula we are using. So 10 multiplied with 2 inches, that's 20 inches for AB. If you see, AB is a diameter passing through the center. Now, is AB and XY congruent? Let's check. AB is a diameter. What about XY? XY also passes through the center. So AB and XY both are diameters. And two diameters of the same circle with the same center and radius is same. They are equal. So these are going to be congruent. So the answer is yes, because both of them are diameters. Now let's solve question 12 to 14. For this, we are going to refer to this circle with the center as L. The radius of the circle is given to be 3.5 yards. So if the radius is 3.5 yards, the diameter is going to be 2 times that. So 2 multiplied by 3.5, that is 7. So 7 yards is the solution. Now RT is given, RT, that is the diameter, is given to be 19. Find LW. LW is the radius. So radius is diameter divided by 2. So this is going to be 9.5 meters. Now if LT is given to be 4.2, the radius is given to be 4.2. What is the diameter? Diameter will be 2 times the radius. So 2 multiplied with 4.2, that's 8.4 inches. So that completes the questions on circles. Brings us to the end of today's session. I hope you found the video useful and you stay glued till this slide so that you have benefited from the whole video, and that completes part 1 of the multiple choice questions that will be coming for your exam. Next video would be part 2, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also press the bell icon so that you don't miss the notification for my upcoming video. Until then, this is Ms. Ruchika signing off from today's session. See you in my next video. Bye students.